The big news coming in right now from Manchester, the Old Trafford Stadium, where India's big World Cup semi-final is currently ongoing at 46.1 overs. Rain has halted play. This was expected. At this time, the weather forecaster had made it very clear that 51% of chance is there, which is why, well, rain has come. It has played spoil sport, and at this point in time, the covers are on. The pitch is covered. But the good news is this could mean brilliant news for India, simply because this is when New Zealand were finally looking like they would try to accelerate. With 23 balls left, they could have gone and scored at least 40 runs, and that would mean that India would be chasing something like a 250, which is a very tricky total on this on this particular pitch. But with Duckworth-Lewis coming in, that's if overs are lost at this point in time for 1.5 hours. They could come back after 1.5 hours and still no overs would be lost. That is the amount of time there is. So if it continues in such a way that the rain is there and the outfield is too wet and they need more time, that is when overs will be lost and it will become, let's say, a 45-over match or a 46-over match. In that context, it's advantage India. Why is it advantage India? Because Duckworth-Lewis method will look at the fact that New Zealand has as many as 5 wickets down and they have only been scoring at a run about 4.5 to 5 runs per over, which in essence means that they will only get about 6 runs per over, which would be about 10-15 runs less than that 250 that they are all set to get right now. But if Duckworth-Lewis method comes into play in a rain-curtailed situation, then it will be about a 240 run total that India will be chasing. That is what it's looking like right now, and perhaps that's why it's a big advantage. Now take a look at this. This is going to reflect to you what is the weather forecast right now. You can see out there it's light rain. If you go to see hourly on the bottom left and we click on that, what you will see is that in fact currently there's a 51% chance of rain at 2 p.m., which is what it is out there right now around that time. But 3 p.m. it becomes cloudy. So that is good news because the rain is going to subside. And even as I look at the visuals that are coming in from Old Trafford Stadium right now, they have not covered the outfield. They have only covered the infield and the pitches. That is a bit of a surprise because the ICC has come in for criticism in the past about this. Radhika, if I'm not sure, is joining us right now live from Manchester. Radhika, tell us everything that's happening. How much is it raining?
Yeah, he was a very young boy at that time.
Rain is everything that's happening, and it's made it on time, Amitosh. This was expected, and we have a prediction of rain for the next 45 minutes or so. Let me actually tilt up to show you the clouds atop Old Trafford Stadium. These are super dark clouds that are ushering or bringing in the rain. I have with me a few supporters of Team India who were inside watching the match. How is it going? We have another 3 overs.
Right, yes.
Going well for India.
Yeah, definitely it's going right for India. And
we've done well so far.
To come down later on.
Yes. And what about you?
India did really good until now because they just regularly kept the wickets.
Yes.
And 197 is all right.
So the pressure is clearly on New Zealand, isn't it?
New Zealand, definitely.
Not very much so far, so it should be all right.
Okay.
I'm sure they're fine.
Okay. So, Amitosh, the pressure clearly on New Zealand at this moment, 211, and they, of course, have another 3 more overs to go, almost 3 more overs to go. And we do know from the ICC that they will be allowed to play the next few overs, and until that, there will be no lunch break. Once those 3 overs are played, there's going to be a lunch break, after which India's innings of batting is going to begin. But this is not heavy rain, but it's
Radhika, was it heavy rain when it started? Because that will impact the outfield. Was it heavy rain when it started?
No, it wasn't. It began with drizzle, Amitosh. It has picked up in the last 10 minutes or so. As we speak, Amitosh, what you can see on the screen is clearly a heavy drizzle. But for about 20 minutes, this can cause quite a bit of moisture on the ground and on the pitch, which is what officials do not want. And that is not good news for the match. It perhaps can impact it largely.